Welcome back to Eden Zero Anime Review Episode 25. Yes, we're on the final episode of Season 1 of Eden Zero. Someone to Love. Yep, this is the final episode. We start off with basically Shiki fighting, of course, Madame Kunai. Or Kornai, how you pronounce her name. So, she fires he basically dodged her laser beam attack. Then she fires missiles at him. We're all saying queen on them. Because that's the way she is. She's a queen. And then, of course, he tries to dodge them by dodging on the wall. But nope, they keep following him. And he realizes, though, what if I basically stand on top of this robot while the missiles are firing at me? And it works. He uses the propulsion of the rockets, and of course, combination with his gravity gear, they smash right through the front of the thing, get to the cockpit where Madame Kunai is, and then of course, we see that the fighting is still going with the Punishers, and then they all stop. The reason why I guess Nino decided to shut down the Punishers. And of course, then you see Shiki without a shirt on, mind you. There's a joke about that. Because Shiki, well, shirtless. He's not naked per se. Just that because like, wearing clothes. He's wearing a pair of pants. Why are you saying he needs clothes on? And of course, yeah, and of course, like, oh look, it's Madame Kunai. Let's kill her for revenge. Let's get her for revenge. Like, no wait. Let's let Homura handle her. After all, well, from the viewer perspective, oh yeah, there's a good reason why Homura should be the one to handle her. That's her mother. Yep. Now they do have a slight cut here, but up at this point it's pretty much the same, which is really good. And he brings her to Homura, and of course Homura brings out, like, of course there is also a slight change here with the fact that her outfit was a little more torn in the manga than it was in the anime. She takes out her smartphone and brings out the doll she had when she was a little kid. I'm like, she had that thing for over a decade, and she's like, remember this? He's like, and of course Mother's like, what is that? He's like, this is what you gave me when I was a child. Apparently she forgot, she didn't forget Homura, but she didn't forget the toy. Then she takes out the sword, and it looks like though she's about to be killed by her own daughter, and then she just cuts her binds loose. They actually don't show the binds be cut here. I'm not really sure why, but that's what they cut from here. And then, of course, she's like, oh, thank you for untying me. So you forgive me? And she's like, no. And then she says, thank you for bringing me to this world, but that's all I have gratitude for. You bring me to this world. And then it tells her this. Like after this, she never wants to see her again for the rest of her life. And she's like, okay. And then she leaves. Because the reason why she says this is because she has no feelings for her mother at all. Because she barely knew her. Then we see Mariku and I run away. It's like, well, I'll find a way to get off this planet. And then she's confronted by a bunch of guys. Well, actually, first she's whacked in the face with a baseball bat, which breaks her nose. And the guy's like, ooh, she's hot. Like, damn, man, she's hot. Which, no surprise, she's probably like in her early 40s, I'd say. And then they proceed to beat her. Where at one point, the way the anime presents it, it looks like the guys were going to rape her. That's what it looked like to me. Because, like, no. Because they're holding her legs open. And, like, it would seem as though the way JC Staff presented the scene. Because they actually cut away to the force and cut back. In the anime, they kind of show what's implied to be happening. Oh, yeah, and by the way, the guy who leads them is the attendant who she blinded for daring to touch her. Well, at least not blind, basically damaged his face. The girl's like, that voice. And he keeps calling her an old hag. I'm like, she's not that old. She's like roughly like 40. And, I mean, anybody can tell watching this. It looks like these guys want to gangbang her. Yes, these guys all want to rape her. Just for sheer revenge. But they have a baseball bat, but who knows? Because that's the last you're going to see Madame Kunai, because as far as I can tell, she's not appearing in the series ever again. excuse me, then it's revealed by the Oracle that apparently the plan is perfectly fine afterwards. It gets a Democratic leader, becomes a popular spot for ventures, and because of the treasure trove there. And then, of course, the Eden crew leave. And then they form Sister, Witch, and Hermit about the death of Valkyrie. And, of course, Sister wonders why they take Valkyrie's remains up there. Hermor tells her because she's a symbol of hope, she didn't want to ruin that. Like, okay. And then she just, because they think they're not crews incomplete. And then Hermor just basically volunteers to join the 4 stars. And, like, is there like, can she do that? And I think it's pointed out, I think, by Hermit that says no rule that says a non-angelic can part of the 4 stars. And Hermit's got no problem with it. Sister is not exactly excited, but she walks off, and the Witch goes off with her too. And then they start crying and hugging each other in like one of her favorite decks. Actually, one of Valkyrie's favorite decks. And of course, based on Hermor's name, of course, Hermit suggests just call her by her actual name. Don't even call her Valkyrie. And of course, you see Captain Connery's off in distance, like just that is, he doesn't do anything. And then we have sort of a teaser for a potential for a second season of the show, where we see the original King Ziggy, where he's alive, except for one of his horns is damaged and looked like he was dug up for some reason. But it's like we have a lot. We also look like Shiki's going to have a conversation with Drac and Joe in season 2. Yeah, looks like we have a lot of teases, but hopefully we're going to get season 2. But the thing is, there's been no announcement about season 2, especially since, well, it was reported yesterday that the director, the anime director for this particular season, passed away yesterday. Yeah. And there's no denying the fact the guy who was the anime director for this series, he did an absolute fantastic job with this. Yeah, but I haven't seen anything that says that there's going to be a season 2. I'm sure there probably will be. Okay. So there's an article on here that was posted a few hours ago that the anime will continue despite the anime director's death. Okay, the anime will continue, but there's no announcement of there's going to be a season 2 or not. Yeah, but not much to say about this episode. It's good. But in the case of my final thoughts on this particular season, it's good. Really, really good. I love this first season of the show. My friend Edgar loves this show. And this has been spot on. Just a really good show for 25 straight episodes. I definitely think 25 was a good number to stop at, because it was either that or catch with the manga. Yes. And it's kind of good they ended with Sun Jewel, because it kind of wraps up the first major saga of this particular series when it relates to gathering the 4 stars. Yes. We finally wrap up that particular plot thread, and I'm really happy we did it. That the anime did it, yes. But not much to say about it, just a really good series, and I can't wait for season 2, whenever that does come out. Hopefully in the next week or two we have an announcement on season 2. Hope so. Yep. So yeah, that's it for Cyclo View. Stay tuned for next view. Now I thought normally next would be Black Clover, but no. Next will be Jobless Reincarnation will be next. And then it'll be My Hero Academia, One Piece, then Boruto. Okay, it's the next video. Bye.